Brigadier Kininda was directly exposed today by the witness who's testifying and who's behind closed doors. This is just to speak about the sensitivity or the danger that is associated with the man that is currently testifying. But that is just beside the point, or just to give you a bit of an overview of what happened. Now, this witness exposed two things that I want us to speak about in this video, right? It's number one, he exposed that the cold case unit, right, wanted to get hold of the docket that was hot, but the cold case unit wanted that docket. Two, it is important to note that this man, witness A, who was testifying today, he spoke about testing the firearm, and when it came back, instead of the firearm showing them the linkage, they did not get that report. We spoke about it in a video that I did with Unoni. You can go to Unoni's podcast, you will see. So in today's video, in today's proceeding, Madlanga Commission, we were introduced to this thing. Very important. We were introduced to the danger that the investigators were facing as they were investigating the case of Ahmad Swart. Ahmad Swart is an employee of QTech, right, which was exposed during the July 6th by General Mkhwanazi. So as they were investigating this, they came across difficulties. Part of the difficulties that they faced was that senior police officials wanted the investigators to back off and not even oppose the bail for Detective Tau as well as Upuloko Ukatisamolive. Now, you get the sense of that. You get a sense of the danger that is associated to this case, right? Failure, they then change their strategy. Now they proved to these investigators that they are more influential, they are more powerful. So now they took it a bit extreme, right? Seeing that two investigators did not back off, they then came up with a different plan now. It is this plan that directly implicate the cold case unit. It is this plan that you understand that the cold case unit sometimes function or operates in a very questionable way. But before I can proceed, I want you to listen to Mkhwanazi speaking about the QTech employee here.
I've tried to outline some sequence of events. I had said the team left for Gauteng to go and assist organized crime in Gauteng. There was a shooting incident that had occurred in April 2024, where Mr. Swart, a QTech employee, was fatally shot while entering the company premises. QTech has been a long-standing service provider to Transnet. Shortly after the incident, 3 suspects, including a warrant officer, a South African Police Service warrant officer, a detective Tau Pule, were arrested in Johannesburg. During the arrest, weapons that were used in this murder, which was an AK-47 and a pistol, along with cell phones, were confiscated. I must applaud the team in Gauteng who had effected this arrest before the arrival of the team in KZN. It is the challenges that this investigating team of Gauteng encountered that led into the invitation to the KwaZulu-Natal police to go and assist. The KwaZulu-Natal Political Killings Task Team arrival, they took these weapons and they went and tested them. So they conducted a ballistic test in order to check whether these firearms were linked with that murder and many other murders perhaps that will have occurred in the country. Maybe let me pause on that one and come back into what had happened prior to us receiving the results from the task team, ballistic test result. On the 6th of December 2024, the task team visited the premises of the two of the high-profile syndicate, of which one, Mr. Katiso Molefe, was arrested for the murder of Mr. Swart of QTech. During that arrest, an unusual activities were observed whilst the team were busy with the operation. These activities included a dispatching of members of the South African Police Service under the command of a senior manager at the head office to go and interrupt the operation that was unfolding. Fortunately, when they arrived there, the members realized that it is indeed a police operation, so they allowed the members to carry out their operation without disturbance. On the 30th December 2024, the ballistic expert issued a ballistic report which linked these firearms not only with the murder of Mr. Swart, but these firearms were linked with a number of high-profile cases. And these cases include very high-profile South African artists that were murdered in Gauteng, which occurred dating back as far as 2021. I'm not going to mention them, but we have them on record.
So right from there, you then, as you see this now, you then progress to this level. So they tell us that they were scared for their lives, 1. 2, they couldn't even leave the docket on the normal safety. That's 2. 3, as they were doing so, they are busy. Now they were offered brown envelopes. They were busy doing their investigation. They did not back off from this case. Whilst they were doing all of that, a unit that is called Cold Case Unit approached them. One day they came to their office and said, "We want the docket of Ahmad Swart." They were like, "But why do you want this docket?" Because if you are a cold case unit, you work with cases that are unresolved. We have just made an arrest on this docket. Why do you want this docket now? Because it's not even a cold case. It's not even, this docket is not cold. Now remember, on a specific video, we were made aware, I forgot whether it's General Mkwanazi or General Sibiya. Whether it's General Mkwanazi or General Masemola, who made us aware that when General Spear became the Deputy National Commissioner, he wanted this unit, Cold Case Unit, right? So there's that thing, that there's a dark cloud that you need to understand around this matter of a Cold Case Unit. This same Cold Case Unit, it wants to take a case that is not hot at all. They had just made arrest, but this Cold Case Unit wants to take this docket. Now, you don't understand the importance of this or the context. No. You don't understand the importance. If you don't understand the context is that they've tried to scare these people. They've tried to push them to submission, force them into submission. These investigators did not. So then the last result was to ask them to give the docket to the Cold Case Unit. Right there, I don't need to tell you why the docket needed to be in the hands of the Cold Case Unit. Right there, pause and ask the question. Why the Cold Case Unit? The second thing that they do speak about during the Madlanga Commission was that they took the firearm for testing in Pretoria. They give them all the cartridges and everything. But when the report came back, it doesn't speak to what was given. In other words, if I give you these 2 items and say, go test fingerprints on these 2 items, but the report comes back and it doesn't speak to these 2 items, they got worried. They then take the decision to review and say, guys, what you are doing here, it's incorrect. As they did so, They were told by the person who was doing the testing that, hey, you guys are working in a case that is very dangerous, blah blah blah, be careful. But still, the report doesn't look. The report comes back and it does not speak to what they were there for. Two things. Now they said they realized that nah man, there's something off here. They then take these same firearms now to be tested in a different laboratory, but this time in KZN. When it was tested in KZN, it came back with different results than that which was given by the laboratory in Pretoria. This firearm then, it is then that they learn that this firearm is connected to multiple cases. Remember, the person in Pretoria did say that these people you are dealing with are powerful and this firearm is linked to different cases, but they did not include that on their report. If you understand that, you will understand that if we were to take the firearm that is said to be involved that is said to be used by accused number 3, if we were to test it, if we were to take it to a different laboratory, do you think we will find the very same result? And I repeat, do you think we will find the same results that we found or that were discovered by the current people who tested the firearm? Remember that the firearm was tested by the first team. They did not find the first team that arrested accused number 3. They did not find this firearm to be linking him to all the Senzo Mayiwa trial or case or whatever thing. Case. But suddenly, when the second team tested it, they found this thing to be they found that it was linked to this thing. You know what I'm saying? Do you see that this fishy, this nyaga that is happening there? It is this nyaga that says to me, we need a second opinion. This firearm must be taken to the PKTT, then PK political killing test team. Yeah, PKTT. It must be taken to them. Whatever they say, we will take it, but let it be tested again, guys. It will give us a breakthrough on the Senzo Mayiwa case. So these are the things that, as I was listening to the Madlanga Commission, I was like, I couldn't help but, I was like, wow.